How does nearly $19 million simply vanish into thin air, with the mastermind walking away free? This isn't just a robbery. It's the story of the most audacious, perfectly executed cash heist in American history. A crime so legendary it feels like it was ripped straight from a Hollywood script. Our story takes us to Los Angeles, 1997, the target. The Dunbar Armored Facility, a place considered more secure than Fort Knox. This wasn't just a bank, it was a fortress, a high-tech cash depot where millions were stored before being distributed to banks across the city. Steel-reinforced walls, motion detectors, pressure-sensitive floors, and a labyrinth of locked doors guarded by armed personnel around the clock. The vault itself was a monster of engineering, designed to withstand any assault. Everyone believed it was impenetrable, but they were wrong. They overlooked the one vulnerability that technology can't fix: the human element. The architect of this impossible crime wasn't some international jewel thief or a seasoned criminal kingpin. He was Alan Pace, a man on the inside, quiet, unassuming regional safety inspector for Dunbar. His job gave him the keys to the kingdom. For months, he meticulously photographed the facility's interior, studied the camera locations, and learned the guard schedules. He knew exactly where the blind spots were and precisely when security was at its most relaxed. He saw a system full of holes that no one else noticed. With this insider knowledge, he recruited a small, tight-knit crew of 5 childhood friends, none of whom had a serious criminal record. They were ghosts, completely off law enforcement's radar. The night of the heist was Friday, September 12, 1997, just before midnight. Pace used his keys to stroll into the facility. He knew the camera tapes were changed out at this time, creating a window of invisibility. One by one, he systematically subdued the handful of guards on duty, not with violence, but with cunning and the element of surprise. His friends, waiting for his signal, slipped inside. For the next 30 minutes, under the cover of darkness and silence, they worked with chilling precision. They knew which bags to take, leaving behind smaller denominations and checks. They loaded a U-Haul truck with nearly $19 million in untraceable cash. And then, as quietly as they arrived, they locked the facility from the inside and vanished into the Los Angeles night. The next morning, the scene was one of utter chaos and disbelief. When employees arrived, they found the depot sealed, and it took them over an hour to realize something was terribly wrong. Inside, guards were found bound but unharmed. The vault door was wide open, and the money was gone. The LAPD and the FBI descended on the scene, launching one of the largest investigations in the city's history. There were no signs of forced entry, and the security footage from the critical time period was conveniently missing. The initial suspects were the guards on duty, but investigators quickly realized they were victims, not perpetrators. The crime was too clean, too perfect. Investigators were baffled. It was a ghost crime, committed by a phantom crew. The case went cold almost immediately. The FBI had no leads, no fingerprints, no witnesses. They suspected an inside job, but with hundreds of employees, pinpointing the traitor was like finding a needle in a haystack. The prevailing theory was that an insider had masterminded the entire operation. But without evidence, it was just speculation. Rumors swirled. Had the crew fled to Mexico? Were they hiding in plain sight? Did they have help from someone inside law enforcement? Every clue seemed to lead to a dead end. For 2 long years, the perfect crime remained just that perfect. The thieves and the $18.9 million had simply disappeared. But greed is a powerful force, and loyalty among thieves is a fragile thing. 2 years after the heist, one of the crew members, Eugene Hill, made a fatal mistake. He tried to pay a real estate broker with a stack of cash still in its original currency straps. The suspicious broker alerted the police. When questioned, Hill quickly confessed and implicated the entire crew, including the mastermind, Alan Pace. The FBI finally had their breakthrough. They discovered the crew had laundered the money through various businesses and real estate deals. But here's the twist. Even after the arrests, authorities only recovered about $5 million of the stolen cash. Over $10 million remains unaccounted for to this day.
Oh.
Where did it go? Some believe it's buried in the hills of Southern California. Others whisper that Pace, the brilliant planner, has it stashed away, waiting for the day he gets out. The Dunbar Armored Heist sent shockwaves through the security industry. It was a brutal wake-up call, proving that the greatest threat often comes from within. Security protocols were completely overhauled, with a new focus on employee background checks and internal surveillance. The crime also became a modern legend, influencing countless movies and TV shows about the perfect heist. It demonstrated that with enough planning, audacity, and insider knowledge, even the most secure fortress can be cracked. The story of Alan Pace and his crew is a masterclass in criminal ambition. So, what became of the mastermind? Alan Pace was sentenced to 24 years in federal prison and is scheduled for release. He has never revealed the location of the missing millions. Could he still be sitting on a fortune? Is it possible the real orchestrator was never even caught? The Dunbar heist isn't just a story about stolen money. It's a chilling reminder that sometimes the most elaborate security systems are no match for a single, determined mind. Some say they got away with it, even from behind bars. Others believe the truth is buried along with the missing cash. But one thing is for sure, it remains the largest cash robbery in American history, and a legend that continues to fascinate us. What do you think happened to the rest of the money? Share your theories in the comments below. We read every single one. If you enjoyed this dive into the criminal underworld, well, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible true stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.